Hebrews 6:18. KJV. That by two immutable things, in which it was impossible for God to lie, we might have a strong consolation, who have fled for refuge to lay hold upon the hope set before us. Warning. The following devotional contains references to animal experimentation and the death of rats. Okay, now that you have been warned, here we go. In the 1950s, Kurt Richter, professor at Johns Hopkins, did a famous drowning rats psychology experiment. This experiment, though cruel, demonstrated the power of hope and resilience in overcoming difficult situations. Essentially, the experiment involved placing rats in a small body of water to see how long the survival instinct would preserve the animals. Interestingly, these rodents, typically known for their resilience and cleverness, on average began drowning at 2 minutes into the experiment. Making note of this, the researcher infused the experiment with the concept of hope. Establishing this, by pulling the rat out of the water just before the average time of giving up. Then, after a time of recovery, the experiment was then conducted again, but this time it included the rats that had been rescued, along with a new set of rats. The new rats maintained the same average of falling into despair and giving up, while the rescued group kept treading water, long after the average formerly established norm. Today's verse regards those who have come to know the God of the Bible, through faith in Jesus Christ, the resurrected sacrifice for all mankind. Those who have trusted in the God who cannot lie. Those who have fled from their unbelief and despair. Those who have fled for refuge to lay hold upon the hope set before us. These have recognized that Jesus alone offers the hope of rescue from a lost and dying world. These have been plucked out of a world of despair and given the blessed hope of glory. Okay, it's challenge time. Have you yet to lay hold of this hope? Do you live in despair? If so, I have good news for you. Rather than look for someone to toss you a life preserver, lay hold of Jesus today. For he is that hope we have as an anchor of the soul, both sure and steadfast, and which entereth into that within the veil. It's good news, my friends. Don't pass it by. Discipleship on the go at DHBCLV.